Thursday, we've got some weather to talk about. The showers have ended in northern parts of California. We're heading into a drying and warming trend, at least from about Cape Mendocino south. We've got a little bit of fog right now. This is up around Mount Shasta, and we can take a peek here. This is showing that kind of, you know how that fog kind of lines up in the valley in the morning? You can see Mount Shasta City, those bright lights. And then that radiation or valley fog, you could call it Thule fog, except there's, well, it could be, it is Thule fog, radiation fog, valley fog, all the same thing. Look at that beautiful lens cloud forming up over Mount Shasta. Let's take a look at it one more time. That was sick. Let's see if I can fire that up. Let's go 2 hours. You see the fog come in. See the wind probably blowing pretty good up at the top. See that lens starting to form up on the top right there? Yeah, that's awesome. There it is, top of Mount Shasta. Sun coming up, and a beautiful day. It's going to be nice throughout the Bay Area. It's going to be nice in Southern California, and as you can see from the northern part of our state, looking pretty darn good. Here is the GFS for sea level pressure and rainfall. This is right now. You see a few scattered showers anticipated. Actually, let's go back a little bit. A few scattered showers anticipated up around Lake Tahoe, a few light flurries, but no big deal. And then the north part of the state, pretty dry. And then right there, that comes in. That's going to get in the way of your Friday morning, late night Thursday into early Friday morning up around Crescent City. And then by Friday mid-morning, you got some rain falling. Lake Tahoe, you may see a few snow flurries. Again, this is all low-grade stuff. Crescent City, although Crescent City, that's a quarter inch of rain right there. That's Saturday morning. So it kind of stays kind of unsettled up there on the north part of the state. And then the ridge starts to pump up. You can see that. See those lines kind of going up and over. So that represents a ridge of high pressure that's going to warm us up next week. Temperatures next week are going to end up in the 70s. Maybe even see some low 80s. Next chance of significant rainfall. I'm going way out now. This is March 26th. Oh, a happy equinox, right? Equinox, equa, Latin, equal, equa, equal. Equal day, equal night, essentially 12 hours of daylight, 12 hours of nighttime. Days are getting longer since the solstice, but this is sending us into that sun angle is now going across the equator and working its way toward the Tropic of Cancer, which is 23, I think it's 23 and a half degrees north of the equator. That's as far north as it goes, and that's ends up at our summertime and our summer solstice. Okay, we're still looking for rain. GFS, there's some stuff coming in right about there. That looks like a big deal on April 1st, and then there's one behind it right there on April 2nd. So right now, all encompassing rainfall April 2nd in the state. This first one that goes through is mainly Northern California. Again, that's April 1st. But April 1st and 2nd looks unsettled or unstable for the most part. Okay, so yeah, the equinox. Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, I used to go out to Ocean Beach a lot, obviously. And I lived out there and in my van. And that equinox is always were like about... like hippies doing stuff out at the beach. They do I don't know, it was just like this weird, not weird, it was cool, but it was very Druid-esque, if you remember Spinal Tap. Equinox. Oh, okay, I don't know where I was going with that. That was rando. Okay, so here's the forecast, the precipitation accumulation, which I like to do because you go, oh, this is where the rain's going to be a big deal and not a big deal. This is through the weekend. Ooh, so look at, Crescent City. You guys are like, talk about tropical rainforest. You guys are getting it. It's all north of California. This is Tuesday, March 25th. And then we're going to see those, we're going to start loading it up when we get to that April period right there. So there's April 1, that week system we looked at. And here comes April 2. So that's the weather footprint for the next couple of weeks anyway, through April 5th. And looks like it's going to be pretty wet in that period. In the meantime, we've got really nice weather to talk about. Here's the satellite loop. Let's see if I can draw some arrows because I like drawing arrows. Let's see if I can do that. Okay, we'll do that. And there's the jet stream going this way. You see the ridging kind of occurring here. You can kind of pick it up in the clouds, right? You'll see how they start to bend down here. That's a ridging of impact. And then you see the rest of the country. We can do that right here. The watches and warnings for tomorrow and today and tomorrow. So these are red flag warnings. This is fire danger. This is fire danger out in Colorado, out in New Mexico, fire danger down towards Texas and Louisiana, fire danger in eastern Florida. So yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? I'm sure we have, but I can't remember a time when I've seen this many red flag warnings this early in the season, I guess. But, I think we're just more sensitive to it. These are winter storm warnings for those systems that come through. This will hit the Cascades over the next 24 hours. And then winter weather advisory. And then these are frost advisories and freeze warnings for Clear Lake and Northern California. So it's pretty weather light today. This is the forecast for tomorrow. Rain all the way down to Cape Mendocino. Oh, there's that Cape Mendocino we always talk about, right? That's a real dividing point. So rain and snow in the Cascades over the next couple of days. These aren't warnings. These are, there were some winter weather advisories, but I'm just showing this is the forecast for rain and snow. Just a depiction, green rain, blue snow. And you can see it's pretty quiet across the country. A little bit of something going on in the East Coast out there, but nothing much to worry about. This is, what do we got here? Oh, we got Mount Vision, which I've never done this camera. Let's do it. This is out towards Point Reyes. You're looking towards Lemontor Beach. Beautiful. And that's kind of combo valley fog meets coastal fog, right? You see how it slops in there. So Mount Vision is up. You're looking kind of northwest. So out towards Point Reyes is what you're basically looking at. So you see the high clouds moving in today. A lot of fast forwards for you today. We'll close this one down. This is Ocean Beach. A little bit of valley fog out by Montera Mountain. You can kind of see it out there in the gap. And that's that. This is a nice shot. This is San Francisco. We don't often do this shot. There's San Francisco. I think that's Transamerica right there. Look how small it looks when it was huge. And then this is Salesforce. And then this is Mount Diablo. And these are all the high clouds moving in. Now they're representing not an incoming storm. Well, they are. It's incoming for far northern California. But these ice crystal clouds just representing there is some inclement weather out in the Pacific that is headed our way. Surf's going to be a little bit bigger tomorrow. This is Santa Barbara. I love Santa Barbara. Who doesn't love Santa Barbara? Truthfully. Let's do a little loop on that, just see what we got. Thanks for bearing with me. It's a visual day. Visual optics. I liked it when they changed. Remember when they went from... how are the optics on that? What are the optics on that? I was like, which I kind of like, but it's sort of like the first time I heard it, I was like, wow, that's an interesting way. It's kind of like a movie guy talk, the optics. But in optics, like, it makes sense. Okay, so that's Santa Barbara. Temperatures in Santa Barbara today are going to get down into up into the 60s, upper 60s, low 70s. Here is Ocean Beach, kind of small, kind of chunky, and a little bit of fog showing up. The swell's going to build into tomorrow. This is Steamer Lane, which I think we can make it play. Yeah, look at us making it play. And you can see it's kind of small, a lot of folks out, tide's fine. Swell's picking up tomorrow. It'll be big tomorrow too. It's going to be kind of dangerous big. And then this would be Halama this morning. And you can see it's beautiful out there. Remember Halama, that's the tip of Point Conception. So swell's going to build all along the coast. Right now, though, it looks pretty fun. And in the mountains, it has been awesomeness. We've got Palisades. Sorry. I'm talking so much, I'm not drinking my coffee. Palisades, Tahoe, Funatel. Is that Funatel? Looks like the Funatel, doesn't it? I can't tell. I'm sorry, guys. Whatever that is doesn't look like it's running, is what I'm getting at right here, this guy. I don't know what that is. I think that's KT right here, going up here. And then I don't know what that is underneath it. And I know I'm going to get grief for that too. Okay, and then this is kind of in a little mood today, aren't I? This is Heavenly Valley, folks. Not up on the hill yet, but you can see a little bit of snow in the trees, right? This is that thing you look for. Did it snow last night? A little bit. There's dustings, but not a lot. Not a lot at all. Don't see a lot of movement on this camera either. And then lastly, but not leastly, is this would be, I think, well, I'm not going to guess, but they're fixing up the nest. The birds are under here good and happy. Both look good. Both were eating this morning. I can't tell who that is, but Dad brought in, I think that might be Shadow, or Jackie. All right. There's some fish there. 2 eaglets have survived. A nasty winter storm, which was sad to lose one, but apparently that is not abnormal to lose one. We can take a look at the forecast for today. We've got warming up everywhere. A few scattered sprinkles in Northern California, Bay Area, low 60s. Everybody south of Point Conception, mid and upper 60s. And then as we go into tomorrow, the warming begins. This weekend will be warmer. We're going to find temperatures going into the 70s and even parts of the Bay Area, especially by Sunday. But a really nice period coming up ahead. And again, the next real chance for rain is not until April 1st and 2nd. And then that period looks wet. So if you are planning outdoor activities, in the meantime, California is kicking it right now. A little bit of fog this morning for parts of the North Bay and the San Francisco area. And then that's about it. Yeah. And then once April 1, April 2, looks like some wet weather. Okay. I got a new computer, so I'm kind of stoked on that. So there might be some things that are different, and I'm a little bit wobbly on it. Merging the data it's not, you get all your stuff on one box, right? And then you got to bring it over to another computer, and then your password change, blah, 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 blah. I know it's old man Martin, but I'm like, God dang, man. It took me like a day and a half to make the merge, and I still am struggling with some things. Okay, I think we covered it. I will see you back here tomorrow.